Today I thought I'd come in with the heater for today's outfit this episode, because today we're going to be talking about the Mount Clemens Victory Inn, a place notorious for its criminal activity in the past and up until now when it's getting destroyed for a 4-story building that is able to be affordable for people that are, looking for a place to not shoot heroin in. Yes, you heard me right. That place, you had crazy people in there. Let me set the scene. Yes, there are plans for affordable housing to replace the demolished Victory Inn in Mount Clemens. Let's get to the key components of this cascade of terror and chaos. The project name is Manchester Mount Clemens. I don't know why I said it like that. The developer, Jim George, it's a weird name, is working under the name of that because this is going to be a big project. Now, when I say big, I don't just mean because it's a 4-story hotel that's going to be better than the shack that people were subjected to before. No, they just need a measly $10 million for it. Our money's going in the right places. It's a 4-story apartment complex with what's going to be 117 rooms, apartments, with a mix of studio, 1-bedroom, and 2-bedroom units. Yes. 30 of the apartments will be dedicated to those with incomes at 80% of the adjusted median income. Approximately 20% of the units have rent set at this level, with the rest at a market rate. Essentially, what it's saying is it's going to be a little bit more affordable for those who can afford it. And for those who can't, there's going to be some rooms for you too. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. It's affordable housing, not guaranteed. Though affordable usually implies it's guaranteed. I'm stupid. The project is supported by a $10 million investment from the state budget, secured by Senator Kevin Hertel. Hertel seems a lot better than Hurdle. And Representative Denise Mentzer, a brownfield agreement that also reimbursed some demolition and construction costs. The demolition of the Victory Inn began July 2024, with construction anticipated to be completed sometime in the late 2026 or 2027. So we got a little bit, it's 2025 as the recording of this video. It's gonna take a couple of years, but we're slowly seeing it get built up. That's when they expect it's gonna be done. Will it be done by then? Who knows? I mean, they think they do. I don't, because I ain't working on that shit. So I gotta trust them. Now, I emphasized this in the very first video of this YouTube channel, that I'd provide sources. So, in today's first outing, I will proudly announce I got sources. I know, I never announced them. I'm kind of silly. Fox 2 News and WXYZ.com are my sources for all of this information I am going to spew at you. Oh my god, it feels so good to do different things on the channel. I mean, it's only been too many videos to count. The significance of this project, the development aims to increase local housing stock and address the need of affordable housing in Michigan. Tell me about it. Rent here ain't fucking cheap. And no, I don't live in the Victory Inn, nor have I ever went to one. That's a lie. I did. I know I did. I'm pretty sure I did. But I don't remember how it was, because I was probably too young. Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. The project is seen as a way to revitalize downtown Mount Clemens and attract younger generations to the area. Mount Clemens, sit down with me. This is gonna be a tough talk, a TED Talk, if you will. We broke as shit. We don't got any shit. Never had shit. And never are, is, will ever have shit. Maybe that's a stretch. Maybe I'm being pessimistic. But you know what? I was raised a little differently than some of you. So forgive me for my immense anger and outburst today's episode. The Victory Inn had been vacant and considered an eyesore since a 2020 fire. This project represents a collaborative effort between the state and local leaders to address the housing crisis and revitalize the Mount Clemens community. It's a nice thing, and obviously you gotta start somewhere, right? Like, I'm over here bitching, but they doing something, and what am I doing? Making videos. I could be helping my community in multiple ways, and not just sitting here talking to a camera. I'm just worried that this isn't the way to do it. Feel like maybe promoting more community events. Though I'm sure they've tried, and I have not been keeping up on that. So that's probably just on me for not trying to involve myself in the community and just complain about how the community is doing poor because no one's helping. Me being a prime example again. Now, the timeline of the Victory Inn is a little tragic, to say the least, and I'm not just talking about the 2020 fire. The hotel operated under different names originally, apparently, including Holiday Inn and Comfort Inn, before becoming the Victory Inn. Holiday, Comfort, and then Victory. They were feeling themselves. Like, they said, nah, we ain't Holiday specialty, we Comfort. No, we ain't Comfort anymore. We the Victory Inn. Which I actually, thinking about this, I never got why they called it the Victory Inn. I mean, the only victory was when the heroin addicts shot up heroin in the halls of the Victory Inn. That was their small victories. Their short burst of happiness. But I always thought the name was peculiar. Weird. It was a popular spot in the 1960s and 70s with a great lounge and hosts to social club events. It used to be something great. You'll find a lot of things at Mount Clemens were at one point the top of the class until we slowly plummeted into what we are now. Later, it became known as a trouble spot associated with criminal activities such as housing drug dealers and prostitutes. Yeah, baby. this place gets crazy. One notable event was the operation of a drug trafficking leader, Derek Bell, from the Victory Inn. He was busted in 2017 and eventually convicted and sentenced in 2024. Last year. As the recording of this video, last year, that dude got. Okay? Keep that in mind. After being on the run until 2019, we were all masked up. We all had our masks up. What was he doing? Running from the police. Now, I live close to the Victory Inn, so it's a little crazy to hear that a drug trafficking ring occurred there for multiple years. Yeah, it gets rough. And then the 2020 fire. That was probably him trying to hide evidence. But let's be honest. The place didn't just combust because it was a little sickly in 2020. We were all sickly in 2020. Well, a lot of us. What the hell just happened? Oh. And in 2023, an initial deal to begin a affordable housing project on the site was made possible by a $5 million enhancement grant. Little fast change. Now again, this place is being built for $10 million, so they have $13 million at their disposal for one building. 2024, few different things happen. Let's start in order. June 3rd, city commissioners approved a brownfield redevelopment plan to use increases in the property's taxable value to reimburse the developer for demolition and construction preparation. Getting it nice and ready because it ain't gonna be around. After the fire, they said, yeah, we're not building it back to the crack den it once was. We're gonna either improve it or just get rid of it entirely. They said we're gonna improve it. It is in downtown Mount Clemens, around that area, at the very least. So, any tourists that go around there and see that crack den, they're like, oh, I didn't know this place was ghetto. Which it is. July 26th. The Macomb Daily reported that the Victory Inn was scheduled for getting destroyed, atomized. July 30th. The demolition begun. State and local leaders gathered to mark the start of a new project, the Manchester Project. And then, in August 5th, reports stated that demolition and construction would take approximately 3 months. The demolition is gonna hopefully help, since it, again, is going to be a 4-story, 100-unit apartment building. Now, I'm wondering, they called it the Manchester Project. I'm assuming that's implying the name might change to Manchester Inn, but that doesn't really make sense to me. We'll figure out when it actually gets built, but who knows? Right now, they're talking about it, and it's being done, but you know how construction is. They start it, they stop it, and then suddenly, 6 years later, they come back to it. and talk about, we had some errors. But enough of the stuff I talked about repeatedly in this video already. Let's talk about the past. Yes, the Victory Inn was an unfortunate component to, like I said, the criminal activity that went on. Not just heroin, not just drugs, not just prostitution. A lot of things. Too many things. Human trafficking. That shit was a human trafficking ring. Jesus. Now, again, all this was orchestrated by a dude named Derek Bell. This guy is crazy. That shit, the Victory Inn, was his operations center. Hence why I believe the place got torched. Because he was trying to hide shit while being out on the run. The inn has had a history of violent accidents, including shootings, assaults, robberies, and even 2 homicides in 2016 alone. Now, the place was raided in January 2017, and it led to charges against several individuals involved with the criminal enterprise, Derek Bell. Derek Bell was on the run for nearly 3 years after the raid before being apprehended in 2019. The Victory Inn was declared a public nuisance and ordered to close. It eventually got demolished with plans for something better in the future. I take back what I've said. Derek Bell may not have burnt down the place, but because of him and the rest of the stuff going on in that place, they're like, we're just gonna destroy this entirely, and we're gonna start it. It's too late to try now. We gotta burn it all now. Fair enough. They tried to do that with the school. Well, not this case I'm talking about right now. I'm saying that the bond, I also covered that on this channel. That they would essentially have to bulldoze the place and start back up from ground up, which is very difficult for again, not very rich area. So, but that's essentially what this is. But they actually did it. It's had a controversial past, and that is for sure. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this up is not just to shame people who went to the Victory Inn. Let's be honest. Y'all are here for Derek Bell and his tomfoolery that he committed. The Victory Inn, a former motel. Nope, I already read that part. Don't know why I keep on reading the same name. Hold on. He was apprehended, or not apprehended. Trying to think of the word. Was on the run for some time. Derek Bell, like I said, led a criminal organization. He went under the name Ghost. That was his evil fucking name, bro. And I ain't talking about Ghost from Ant-Man. Nah, this nigga real. This guy's a threat. Human trafficking, drugs, prostitution, violence. I mean, it wasn't like they wanted to be prostituted. In some of these cases, it talks about how he drugged people and then did things to them. Bad man. Bad man. It was a place Bell controlled within this area. Unfortunately, he's transformed it into a place, because here's the kicker. It was already crazy, right? But Derek Bell was like, this is a good place for my operation. It already has everything I want to do. So I don't even have to start the criminal activity here and be sneaky. This place is notorious for said criminal activity. So I'll just do it here. The law enforcement, again, did raid his place. And then he went on the run for 3 years. This one says 2 years. Don't trust this website. I saw more reports saying 3 years than 2 years. So I'm going to go with he was on the run for 3 years. He was convicted of human trafficking charges, thank God, and sentenced 20 years in federal prison. Not just Macomb County Jail. No, he went to the big leagues. This is bigger than Macomb. I almost said Macomb Community College. Macomb County Jail. It's a little bigger than this. Now, while he was convicted of these drug crimes, the jury acquitted him of a sex trafficking charge and were unable to reach a verdict on other sex-related counts. The sentencing of Bell marked the end of a significant sex trafficking investigation in the Merrill, Detroit area. On one end of the spectrum, thank God he went to jail. He didn't get off scot-free like some people in today's world would have, because he wasn't rich. Well, can't say that. He did run a drug trafficking ring, and I doubt that shit gave him pennies and nickels. So, he was probably well off. He got caught. Thank God. You don't know what, it's so weird, because I used to see that Victory Inn so many times, and to know that that place had some of the most diabolical nonsense going on in it, I am so thankful I never went there. I used to hear talks about it, but I mean, you can't make this shit up. This shit's ridiculous. I wouldn't believe it even if you told me with a straight face. I think it was a bit. And it was a large scale. Like, this was his mama. Like, this was his thing. It's ridiculous. Now, it goes into detail of exactly what he would do to some people. But I already told you, and I read over some of the stuff too. I don't want to go back into depth with this. I kind of explained it. I'm about to just talk about the same shit I just said. I'm new at this, okay? I'm trying. Derek Bell would drug vulnerable women and control them, use them to attract customers to the Victory Inn, prostitution, drugs, human trafficking. He turned it into a drug distribution center, taking control of rooms and housing. of everyone there. Used various methods, including drugs, manipulation, violence, to control it and the women in it, specifically the women in it, who were severe drug addicts living in terrible conditions. Yep, sounds about right. I doubt they wanted to do that. Now, I also got this information from the Department of Justice website, which, tells you about criminals. So, I'm not making this up. This guy, he was a no good, very bad man. Bad man. Apprehended, jailed, out of the way. This place, Manchester Project, is being a step in the right direction, and hopefully will not go back to how it once was and what it was once known for. We don't need a Derek Bell 2 electric boogaloo. We want affordable housing, but we will not sell our bodies to live in these rooms. That being said, that's all I got for you today. See you later, alligator. I'm gonna catch you in the next video.